Hi, I'm Randy Wooden, and welcome to another in our Edge Library series dealing with job hunters and the topic of what are some good questions to ask an employer. We've had several other segments. We have some more to come. In this part 4, by the way, what we're going to talk about is the advancement or opportunity for growth question. Ways of wording it, when to ask it, what you hope to hear back. So we'll touch on that, and also how do you judge success as a company as it relates to my position. So let's take the first one, advancement. I lost out one time on a job very early on in my professional life. I was very candid. The job at hand was not a job I really wanted to do long term. I wanted a job out there doing something else within the company. I knew it took 6 months or 8 months or whatever of time in this job before I could put in for that transfer. And what do I know? So I told him the truth. Not good. In fact, after the interview, I was surprised to actually get some candid feedback. And the fellow told me, he said, "You did everything else well in the interview." He said, "But you know what? I'm not going to hire someone who I know really doesn't want to be here." Think about it. Makes sense to me. So you've got to be judicious in how you handle this. So the question about advancement, what I want to do is, first of all, I want to talk about coming in and doing a good job. And based on my education, my experience, my skills, I feel very comfortable and I feel very confident that I can, in fact, do that. And I wonder, as time moves on and I demonstrate what I'm capable of doing, and as opportunities present themselves, I would hope that I'd be considered for those based on what I've shown I can do. Let me ask you, what do you see as the long-term opportunity for somebody who does a good job in this position? So that's one way to handle that question about advancement. It'd be ideal if earlier on, when asked about when you ask the employer about why the position's open, they talk about, well, so-and-so got promoted. Well, that sort of addresses your advancement question early on, especially if you can get a sense for how long they had been in that prior job. So the advancement question is a good one. Just don't leave them feeling as though, hey, you know what? All I want to do is get my foot in the door, and then I'll figure out what I really want to do. So just bear that in mind. The other one deals with judging success in a position. Look, if you're going to be held accountable for certain sales, certain output, a certain result, you want to have a sense for what sort of control do I have over my ability to reach that goal? Is it reachable? So earlier on, we talked about the tools available to reach those objectives and that sort of thing. But how are we judging success in this position from you as the employer's standpoint? And I don't know what they're going to tell you. What I do know is that as a job hunter, I want to have a sense for what am I getting into as best I can. Now, granted, things will change over time. Job duties will change, and company focus and direction. We all know things are subject to review and change. But at least coming in the door, I'd like to have an idea about what the company sees as my primary duties, objectives, what tools are available to reach those, what obstacles I may encounter, and ultimately at the end of that year or 6 months or whenever I sit down for my review, if I've done a good job, what will it say on that review? And that helps me to know all along the way, am I getting it done? And if I'm not, then I need to seek corrective action. So that hopefully helps you out a little bit. That'll wrap it up for this in our Edge Library series, part 4, talking about the advancement question and how does the employer judge success. I'm Randy Wooden. Thanks for watching.